Fox ESS have taken huge amounts of market share. You know, they've gone to the top. EQ products took a lot of market share really quickly, and 2 years ago I didn't really maybe heard of Fox but didn't really think much of them, and then all of a sudden it seemed like everyone was selling it. The modularity of the Fox battery and the other batteries, that's what the customers want. They just want a big stack of batteries and they just want it compact in their garage. In solar lately, there's been a lot of brands and manufacturers that really just kind of come out of nowhere and really taken a lot of market share really quickly. Now, one of those brands is Fox ESS, have taken huge amounts of market share. You know, they've gone to the top. People have said good things. Some people have said bad things. But I'm here with Leo today, and we're going to break it down and find out, you know, we're going to get to the bottom of it, what people are saying about Fox and learn more about the product. So, Leo, how you going?
Yeah, good. Thanks for inviting to this podcast episode, and it's very good day here today. Yeah, thanks for this.
Yeah, no, that's right. Reminds me of China, just cloudy. I don't know if that is that a thing. I was in China last week doing some factory tours. It seemed cloudy all the time.
I mean, it's better than before. That's what I know. But of course, sometimes some days will still be some cloudy. Yeah.
Okay. Look, so I want to get straight into it. Do you want to give me a quick rundown on the history of Fox ESS, the company and the manufacturing, and you know why? Yeah, the build up there and why we can trust Fox.
Okay. So here's the thing. Of course, the Fox ESS founded in 2019 by Michael Zhu, but the history is actually. It's not that long, but based on if you talk about from 2019 to today, it's about like 7 years. But the technology and the R&D team, the key people behind that actually has already like more than 15, 20 years experience in this industry. They all experience. It's not the company looks like young, but the technology and the people behind that are all very experienced. But talking about Fox ESS Australia here, but when I was in previous employer, I already know them for a long time, because since they started to came to me from 2020, early 2020 when COVID just started. There was some people from Fox ESS came to see us, introduce the company, blah blah blah. But eventually, it turns out that my understanding is the Fox ESS Australia business entity was the first overseas branch for Fox ESS globally. So that's actually very, very good to know that Fox ESS in Australia already have 6 years experience, but that means that they started to understand the market and learn what needs to do and what products suits the market. Yeah.
You know what I'm starting to realize lately is it doesn't really matter as much necessarily how long a company's been around for. Like a lot of people, they bang on about how long have they been around, but you know, there's other people, particularly out of China, that are just kind of, they've come from other manufacturers and started a new company, and they're just crushing it off the get go. So that doesn't really bother me if it's only, you know, 6 years, 7 years, or, you know, a couple of years. It's like, well, is the product good? And, you know, is everything up to scratch? You know, sometimes having the fresher people on the team is better than having a company that's been doing the same thing for 20 years, because you see that with the European brands now. Some of the European brands that, you know, they lean on their history, their tech is just not up to date.
Yeah. So that's something that we also, since Luke, you're in this industry for a long time already, same as myself. We found that this is the pattern. Some European brands, they not innovated fast enough. But lots of the Chinese brands, they actually, or let's say Asian brands, they the product new generation come up in 1 or 2 years, because what does it mean? It gives you more new technology to put in, then evolve
I think the businesses is it's like an arc. Sometimes you see businesses, they're shooting up, they're really like, tech savvy and they're booming at the start, and then they're doing really well. And then after 10 years, then they taper off and the company's innovation and their processes just kind of go down. So I think you guys are definitely at the start of the arc, which is good. So, hopefully another 10 years or so.
For sure, we stay in the market. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you give me a rundown on the products that are available to the market right now in Australia? Like
Sure.
What are we looking at?
So at the moment, the inverter range, we do mainly focusing on the hybrid inverter. So single phase up to 10.5 kilowatt from 5 to 10.5. And three phase wise, we are currently already available from 5 to 30 kilowatt. So that's the inverter range. And then for the battery range that we have both EQ series and the CQ series. EQ series EQ400, which is the star product that's been sold in the market in the past 6 to 8 months. Quite a lot. 4.66 kilowatt hour each and up to 42 kilowatt hour per stack. So quite suitable for the residential market. Then the CQ6 product with 6 kilowatt hour battery capacity per module, which released since January this year, already catch a lot of a market in Australia. So pretty much that's the product we're having at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So the EQ products took a lot of market share really quickly, and it's one of those things, I don't know, 2 years ago I didn't really, I maybe heard of Fox, but didn't really think much of them. And then all of a sudden it seemed like everyone was selling it. Like, what do you think was driving that growth?
I mean, like I just explained earlier about the history of a company in Australia. This company already being here for 5 or 6 years and understand the market and try to be ready. Always try to be ready. Product ready. The people in Australia resource also ready. And then we're waiting. What we was waiting for was just a opportunity, a chance to grow, or let's say to ramp up. And so let's say if we talk about a brand, like you just mentioned earlier, that there's a lot some of course new brands in the market, but if there was a chance, like the cheaper home battery scheme came to the market since 1st July last year, but announced in 1st April last year. But if the new brands just started to think about plan for Australia since April last year, I don't think they could get lots of opportunity. They probably just to get the product listed now.
Yeah, you had to have kind of seen it coming. The modularity of the Fox battery and the other batteries, that's what I've really seen the market move towards. I think it's that use case. That's what the customers want. They just want a big stack of batteries and they just want it compact in their garage. They don't want it to take up the whole wall space. Yeah,
the thing is the beauty things for the EQ series and the CQ series, they're stackable and they're not too wide, they're not too tall, and easy for you to put into wherever you want and comply to the installation standards.
That's really a good feature about it. What about the backup protection? That's probably one of the things where I've heard people criticize. I mean, I guess you could say like there's a few limitations with backup. Can you break that down for me exactly what you do and don't get? Yes. Or how that works?
So for inverter, the backup function, actually we similar to all the other most of the other inverter brands. That if you talk about the true genuine backup things, what I mean is when you say blackout, how much you can get from the inverter. Of course, there's always a limitation to the inverter's own spec, right? Limit inverter size. But of course, I think Luke, you mentioned about the pass-through current. That means if you can back up the whole house on grid side. Yeah, we my opinion is actually of course we in the new product we can talk about later about the new product. We will inbuild the whole house backup function to have like 63 amp pass-through current in that. But for the current inverter range, we definitely encourage customer to get like, for example, a changeover switch externally. It's not that difficult to get in the market, and easy for you for installer to install, but good to protect the customer's house for the whole house, right?
Yeah. I think that's one thing that people definitely need to consider. And sometimes if they're going for like the cheapest quotes, they can get caught out in this trap of getting a small inverter, a 5 kilowatt inverter. And like you see some quotes I've seen online, 5 kilowatt inverter with like 40, 50 kilowatt hour stack.
Oh, we don't want this. We don't recommend that part.
Yeah.
5 kilowatt inverter with 40, 50 kilowatt hour, not our recommendation. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've heard people say that if you're going for Fox, it's best to go for the 10 kilowatt inverter for single phase.
Yeah.
Around there to get a better pass through current, and everything's.
Yeah.
It's going to become a choke point or a bottleneck for all of the power going through your house. Because you were saying with the pass through current, to explain that, so that basically means that whatever you're going to put on the backup circuit, that circuit is going to be running off that even when it's connected to the grid. So if you're limited to 20 amps on backup, then that's what it's limited to when it's even on grid. So that can cause an issue with breakers tripping and stuff when the house is on grid, if they have too much load. So it's something to consider.
Yes. For during the blackout, of course you're still limited to the inverter spec. Yeah.
Yep. What about three-phase inverters? What's the current range?
Three-phase range, currently we have A3 Smart ranging from 5 to 15 kilowatt. The A3 Pro ranging from 15 to 30 kilowatt. Yeah, that's the two series of a product that we offer for three-phase.
Yep.
Yeah.
And your EV charger that you've got, we always recommend that people get the EV charger, which matches the battery system that they've got. And then the battery then becomes the home hub as far as the software side of things. What features do we have associated with the EV charger that integrate with the battery?
Okay, yeah. So EV charger currently we have in Australia we have A series and L series. They both AC charger.
Yeah.
And they both work with OCPP. If it needed to work to integrate with the other third party things, you can use the function. Yeah. So they're both available for single phase 7 kilowatt and the three phase up to 22 kilowatt, which is nice. And the L series actually like a square box, nice look. A series actually a longer one, bigger one, but the good thing for A series also has the capability of 4G connectivity, capable of doing that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, that's good. Is it? Do you have a three-phase charger as well?
Yeah, like I just mentioned, up to 22 kilowatt.
Oh, yeah.
But I forgot to mention one thing is of course, like we just said, this is about the home hub by the battery system, right? Our EV charger also work with the whole battery system together. So there's a function for like a solar fast to charge a battery and
Charge on solar.
Charge on solar for the charger.
Yeah, everyone has a different name for that.
Yeah.
Solar surplus. Yeah, that's good. We get a lot of people ask about that. I actually tell people not to worry too much about that now because I'm like, yeah, look, it sounds cool, but most people don't have enough solar to actually charge their car off the solar surplus without it taking multiple days, especially if it's in winter in Melbourne. It's not really an option at all. I'm like, you just kind of want to charge your car. But hey, if you can go for Fox and you can get 40, 50 kilowatt hours of storage, then yeah, you can just charge off that.
Of course.
But how's your service and support and warranties? Obviously, you guys have offices in Australia now. Is that a problem for you, or are you on top of it?
Yeah, we in terms of a service, of course, there's always service is something that we every manufacturer needs to focus on. We saw some negative feedback from the market for sure, and we're improving that. Currently, the office we have in Melbourne, there are totally like 15 people in the office to pick up the phone calls, to reply the tickets, and then also some like around 10 how we call the field engineer scattered around the whole country to help the people on the field. Plus, we recently just opened our new Sydney office. So we'll have 2 offices, one in Sydney, one in Melbourne. But in Sydney office, we also are recruiting more service people in the office for helping customers.
Okay, so service, yeah. Services, it's been hard because there's a lot of people have been criticized on their service in the last 12 months, but like you've got to remember most businesses have like doubled, tripled or 5x'd or whatever in the space of 12 months. And then everyone's like, customers are like, oh, but the service isn't good. It's like, well, you try like growing a business that quickly. And it's not like half the people didn't even want to grow the business that quickly. It was just the market just boomed. Yeah. All of a sudden we were forced to. We just had people banging down the door.
Yeah, I mean, we hear what the market says. Of course, if we're doing good, we keep going. If we're not doing good enough, we are improving that part.
Yeah. And with the reviews online, so I went and I did some Googling and I was looking at the reviews, and some of the ones that came up, there was like Trustpilot and Reddit, and there was a few bad reviews there, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna dig into this. And then I looked at Solar Quotes and Solar Choice, and they were really good reviews. So I was trying to work out if some of the bad reviews, it seemed like there were some bad reviews that were mostly overseas. I'm not sure why. But it seemed like Australia, they were really good. You know, what do you think the feedback is like? Do you think there's any reason why some people like had a less than excellent experience, or?
Look, my experience is since 1st July last year, the whole country, for example, the whole volume for battery storage actually increased quite a lot. It's not just for Fox ESS; it's for the whole industry. In this case, people always will expect the product to be installed. Then, but in the meantime, for all the brands, all will face the things that you will get some feedbacks, good or bad. So good, or even like good installer, good quality installer and bad quality installer that will exist in the market, but because the volume is bigger in overall, then that's also the voice will be also become like another level, right? So I what I want to say is in summary is this happens. If you hear the installation quality is not good for our brand, I think this probably is similar to for some other brands, but we're just trying to push the market to train the installer better from our side. And one thing, since you ask right about this thing, we're also trying. Recently, we're launching our installer program.
Yeah.
To incentivize the good quality installation.
Yeah, because it comes a lot down to the installer, and it's almost not fair sometimes on the retailer when you guys make a really good product. And like I went to your launch in Sydney the other week, and I saw, I was really impressed with the product. And then sometimes like if it's in the wrong hands, the wrong company doing the wrong sales tactics or marketing tactics, and then poor installation, and then a customer will go online and then might give a bad review to Fox, and it's like, but the product was good, it was the installer that was bad.
Yeah, so this happens, but like I said, if from our side we try to deliver our own training to the installer and retailer sectors, so trying to get at least from the product side, people install correctly, compliant. Yeah, for the installation, the other parts of the installation side, hopefully, the regulation will also be more stricter on that to regulate the market. Right?
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see some audits come through next year of installations, because the auditing program in Australia, whether it's a Solar Vic or CER or whatever, the audits don't seem to get done for at least 1 to 2 years. And then then they catch on to all of the installations 1 to 2 years after they happen. And I'm like, that installer's now done 1,000 more of those installations. You finally catch on and they're like, oh, we cancelled his license. I'm like, you did it 2 years too late. So it's always hard.
But at least in Victoria, ESV doing a good job, right?
Yeah. Well, with the inspections here, that system's pretty good. I think that's cleaned it up a lot. We probably have I would say we have the highest standard of installation in Australia. I haven't actually looked at, I mean, I hear a lot about Queensland. They call it the Wild Wild West, the cowboys up there. So I don't know. You'd want to check your installations up in Queensland. No offense to any Queensland installers listening, but I hear the standards pretty low. The ones I know are good, but I hear there's some cowboys there still. Victoria is kind of coming around. But what about the product roadmap? What are we looking at for the rest of the year?
Okay, so from Q3 to Q4, we actually for battery side we introduced a few all-in-one product. Firstly in Q3 we will launch the stackable all-in-one product, both single phase and three phase. Single phase 5 to 12 kilowatt, then three phase 5 to 15 kilowatt. Also come up with the inbuilt CC3M whole house pass-through current for backup the whole home, right? Yeah, the battery work with this stackable in one product will be EQ series. That means the EQ 4800 will be equipped with that.
Yeah.
Then Q4, we also will have the true all-in-one product. High chance it will be with the whole inverter, the whole battery system inbuilt with the inverter plus 14 kilowatt hour battery in that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. Also, I wanted to know about VPPs and integration. So, what are the options if a customer wants to sign up to a VPP?
So at this stage, we are fully integrated with Amber and Origin. Yeah, and globally is on the way for testing. Plus in WA, Synergy is already being done. So more to come. So we definitely wants to see the more customer using VPP to give them more benefits, right?
Yeah, Amber, we've seen a lot of people join on Amber and a few other energy plans. Amber started off really strong. I mean, they're going really hard. Actually, I saw them advertising films on YouTube this morning. My daughter was watching YouTube and I heard an Amber ad come up. So they're obviously putting a lot of money into marketing, which is good. Because, we've seen a lot of people that they're real strict on the ROI. They'll go down the road of Fox ESS, big rebate, big battery stack on Amber and try and make money that way. Have you seen many people doing all right off that? Yeah,
of course. My understanding, if you say Amber, people wants to use that because they think they want to make money, right, out of it.
Yeah.
But the main concept we always talk about the battery system is about the saving. Yeah, saving is the key first. That's the basic. If you make the saving, that's the thing. But we're adding up the VPP with Origin or with other traditional VPP providers, actually should give you a bit additional benefit on top of the savings. And then by using with Amber VPP, it's actually give you the chance to win big. Of course, you be careful. Of course, it might not be as optimized optimism as you think. So because it brings you to the aim of spot price market. So think about that. So if you want to take a bit risk, some people like to take some risk. For work with Amber, perfect, good. But if you want to be a bit more conservative, try others. So that's why we from Fox we try to work with all the VPP providers, give more customer options. Right? We like Amber. We get lots of customers already signed up with them. I can say that's more than 5,000 customers already. We can see with Amber. very good. We like that, and of course, we all VPP providers we all like to work with. Yeah.
Yeah. Amper's really good. When we started with them, people were kind of thinking, oh, this is a way like I'm just going to make heaps of money, and then some people kind of found, oh, we're not making as much money as we thought, and then we had to pull it back a bit and say, well, like you said, the benefit here is not so much to make money; it's more just to save money. And then the making of the money is like the icing on the top. So that's a little extra bonus for you at the end, a bit of arbitrage. But if you're buying a battery just to make money, but I think it's going to it's going to turn the other way around. Like the savings are going to increase now. I mean, with everything that's going on now with the war and stuff, there's looking at massively increased energy prices in the next 12 months. I know it'd be interesting to see when they change the default market offer in July, what happens. But yeah, I think energy prices are going to increase a lot, and then the potential savings is going to increase even more, and that's what people are going to want to be digging into.
Yeah, but sometimes we just need to think twice, or take some time to think about this. Households really think about the savings. Maybe sometimes they just. Because if you really think about the savings, that means like 35 cents per kilowatt hour. If you take from the grid, you pay that much. But if you're not, you already make 35 cents savings every kilowatt hour, right? So use that calculation. You probably think, okay, I already if I invest on the battery storage system, I spend like 10 grand or 20 grand, then the payback is that much. You already know how much how long you'll get paid back, right? So, but do they really do this way?
Well, now we've started looking at the size of the solar system and the total energy generation of the year. And if you have a big battery stack, then you know you're going to capture pretty much all of that energy. So we'll be like, you're going to generate $5,000 worth of energy per year, whether you choose to use it or not. But this system, solar and battery, is going to deliver $5,000 worth of energy to you.
That's good.
And then you go, okay, cool. What am I spending? 10, 15 grand. Okay, 15 grand, 3-year payback, bang, done. You know, and yeah, that's what's accessible to you, whether you choose to use it or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So is there anything else we've got in the pipeline coming for Fox, or is there anything you want to address?
Yeah, so like we just explained, okay, all the single-phase inverter, three-phase inverter up to 30 kilowatt, then battery EQ series, CQ series, then also Q3 with the stackable in one battery, Q4, end of Q4 probably with the all-in-one, the true all-in-one is called EVO series I just mentioned, and then that's created the space for the battery storage for family. Of course, as what you just mentioned, the EV charger, the AC charger we already have in the market, A series and L series. That work with the system, the battery system. Then the whole ecosystem for the family is created. On top of that, for commercial sector, the H3 Pro inverter that I just mentioned, 15 to 30 kilowatt, we started to penetrate into the small commercial sector. After that, in about a month's time, let's say in May, we will have H3 Plus listed, which is the range of 50 to 125 kilowatt inverter. That's more for commercial. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be good when there's a commercial inverter.
Yeah.
And what are you guys expecting to happen after the 1st of May when the rebates change? Like, because I mean, Fox has kind of become known for people getting those big stacks and taking like an $18,000 rebate, close to it, a bit less now. But what are you expecting to see after May?
We still see the opportunity, right? So of course, people in the market always discussing that is there going to be like the market will be quiet, or is it still remain the same? My opinion is we see there's still opportunities. Yeah. So the government changed this policy since 1st May this year. They want more family to use battery systems. So in this perspective is this system or let's say system quantity wise, it will stay big.
Yeah.
It will stay high volume, right?
Yeah.
But of course, in terms of a battery capacity, you might not see 40 or 50 kilowatt hour that many in future. But if it's comparing to like a year ago or 2 years ago, the average battery system installed is 10 to 15 kilowatt hour. Probably after 1st May, it will be sitting between like 14 to 30 kilowatt hour, which is still like growth better comparing to 1 or 2 years ago. It's still bigger. Yeah. So to most of the households, it's still a big system.
Yeah. So what would you say to someone who's looking to buy a battery at the moment and they're looking at Fox ESS? Obviously, it's at the more affordable end of the market. Do you think it's just a case of just making sure you get the right installer, and like how would someone go about that?
Yeah, pick your own installer is important. We definitely encourage you to do to end users to do a bit more research to check who to work with is best. Yeah, in terms of the product itself, for sure our goal is to deliver the high efficient product, reliable product, and open the more opportunity for more end users to use the product. That's for sure. So in either way, that we try to do our best to give affordable product to the market, good quality and high efficient product. Then the rest thing is the market needs to also needs to find a good installer to work with, and homeowner needs to find their own. We also will try to deliver more a better installer program to the market. That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look, that's good to know. All right. Well, I think we've covered pretty much everything there, so that was good. Yeah. Thanks for coming in, and yeah, if anyone has any questions, put them in the comments of the chat, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Luke.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Leo.